In a right triangle, one angle measures x degrees, where sine x equals 4/5. What is cosine 90 minus x? So this question is centered on an idea called angle complements theorem. But before we even talk about that, let's just sketch a right triangle here. And we'll establish this one fact. If one of the angles is 90 degrees, as it is in this question right here, we know that the remaining two angles, this one and that one, add up to 90. And the name given to angles that add up to 90 is complementary angles. So the idea that we're going to need to use for this question, to answer this question, is based on that fact. Let's just run some numbers real quickly. Let's say we have this angle as 50 degrees. Since these two angles are complementary, the missing angle would have to be 40 degrees. And if you wanted to just try a couple more pairs, we can. Let's say one of the angles is 20 degrees. The complement of 20 would be 70 degrees, so on and so forth. The reason why that's important is as follows. The angle complement theorem states the following. The sine of one angle, let's just take the 20 in this case, would have to be equal to the cosine of its complement. Well, the complement of 20 is 70. There it is. And vice versa. If we started off with cosine 20 degrees, well, it would have to equal the sine of its complement. Well, the complement of 20 is 70. That is a fact. And that works with all pairs. You know, for the triangle, we use 40 and 50. Yeah, it works the same for those also. So the sine of 40 degrees would have to equal the cosine of 50 degrees because they're complements. The cosine of 50 degrees would have to be equal to the sine of 40 degrees because those are complements. So any complements will work. Now notice what's happening here. If you have one angle, if you have a known angle rather, let's call it angle x, and you want to find the complement of angle x, you would always say 90 minus the angle that I already have. And that's what this question is giving you. It's giving you an angle named x right here. And you notice 90 minus x is the complement of this angle. So based on what we've learned, we know that the sine of one of the angles has to be the same as the cosine of its complement. So if they told us the sine is 4/5, well, the cosine of its complement is also going to be 4/5. And that is the answer to this question.